Hi, I'm Will Friedle, host of Painters Guild on Alpha, and today we are going to be doing something very cool. We're going to be talking to Kemp of Privateer Press, talking about minis, talking about paints. This is just a small little skosh of what you're going to see when you watch Painters Guild on Alpha, so join us. Thanks for coming on to Painters Guild. How you doing?
I'm doing super good. How are you doing?
We're doing well, thank you so much. Now, Dallas, tell us a little bit about what you do for Privateer Press.
My job is a very unique job. I'm the studio manager at Privateer Press. So basically what that means is I kind of guide the painters. We have a terrain maker, so I guide the terrain maker. Our engineers. I work closely with production and just kind of move the miniature along from sculpt to finished.
So you kind of do a little bit of everything.
I'm a little bit of everywhere and never at my desk.
I'd like to start by saying, because we're obviously going to get into a lot of the stuff with the miniatures, but we also use your paints, which we love, and we are starting a campaign here to have a paint named after me. So just so you know, we are tentatively calling it Will's Tears.
Is Will's Tears kind of a chartreuse color, or is it more of a periwinkle?
Hey, you know what? It's up to you guys. I just think the title is what's important to me, because some of the names of your paints are some of the greatest things in the world, and we have a ton of fun on the show, even just reading the paints that we're going to be using.
My favorite paint name, by the way, and I might be biased, is Deathless Metal.
See, that's awesome. So, okay, Deathless Metal. Is your favorite one.
I love that paint name.
So we love your paints. We love talking about the paints, but we're really here to talk mostly about your minis. So let me just tell you about this. So I am still learning this entire thing. And so I like to know what I'm doing before I go in, so at least I can use the one skill I have, which is weeping on myself, to get ready to paint one of the minis.
That's useful in many different places, too.
Exactly, but at least I know normally, hey, here's the mini you're going to be painted. But no, Privateer Press has come up with the most wonderful thing in the world, which is secret boxed minis that you get every month.
Get a little box.
They handed me this box, and I went to open it, and they went, no, you don't get to open that yet. You don't find out what you're painting until you're actually sitting down to paint it. So where did you guys come up with this concept of the mystery box every month?
Matt Wilson, our owner and creative director, right? He had this idea, he had this dream and this goal. Every month, you pay a little bit of money, and you're going to get a miniature show up right to your door. And they're all fun, right? It's like plays on words or plays on an idea or a topic or a trope.
So we started, ours was the Swamp Siren.
Which is awesome.
Now, is it true that you guys only make a certain number of those and then you destroy the model?
Oh, yeah. Like there's, we fill the subscriptions, right? And once those go out the door, we destroy the models or we destroy the molds. So the first one was entombed in concrete. So we took the molds and actually put them inside of concrete and made a concrete tomb for it, so it can never be used again. We did one where we bandsawed it up. And we got some other ideas coming in the future for future mold destruction videos.
So now what's more fun to come up with, the actual mini idea or the way to destroy it?
I have a thing called the P3 weathering widget, and it might just be a chainsaw painted black, whatever. So the destruction of molds is very much in my wheelhouse.
Now, how do you guys come up with your ideas for what the mini is going to be every month?
You know, it's one of those processes, right? It's usually pretty collaborative.
I have to imagine some of those concept meetings are pretty fun.
The whole thing is like the whole process is a lot of fun, right? Just like coming up with a name and we love puns.
I noticed by the way you name your paints.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh. The upcoming Bloody Bradigan Pit, right? It's just a play on the name. So it's just having fun with those names, having fun with the concept of a character, like the Swamp Siren. What if this swamp creature was a siren-like monster that lured you into the swamp? It's all just ideas of just, what we think would be cool.
Of the mystery box that has come out so far, what's your favorite one of those?
Probably Ashes to Ashland. That name is more of a concept that represents her character, right, and her backstory. And we've turned that whole thing into a physical representation in miniature form.
That's really cool. So how long does it normally take you guys to come up with one of these ideas? I mean, you just sit down and throw out 10 ideas? Or is it like one meeting, you get an idea, and you go from there?
I mean, it's just nonstop, right? It's just like, you just come up with a pun, and it's just like another pun, and you just build another pun, and you build another pun, and you build another pun, and then finally one just sticks, right?
Is there anything coming out that you would like to tell us about anything that maybe is a bit of the QT that you'd like to let our audience know about?
Oh man, I'm super stoked for, we have a new faction coming, and it's gonna come out at Lock and Load next year.
Okay.
Lock and Load is our personal convention, right? We have it here in Seattle. We put it on, and it's just privateer press for days. So we're dropping a brand new faction for War Machine Hordes called Golden Crucible, and man, I am super stoked for those miniatures. Like, do you like rocket men?
Sure.
Like dudes in like jetpacks and like flight
Yeah,
suits?
like the old school leather jackets, flight goggles. Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
like alchemical mad geniuses?
always.
Golden Crucible. So right up my wheelhouse, so that's what I'm super excited about right now.
When are you expecting to see those?
June, July, whenever Lock and Load is.
That is awesome. So we got some incredible things to look forward to then.
And more in the future, things I'm not allowed to talk about, or marketing will come in and take me up.
Well, thank you again so much, Dallas Kemp, for coming out from Privateer Press and telling us about all this stuff. Thank you again for supporting the show and sending us all the stuff you did. We couldn't have done it without you guys. Your stuff is fantastic. We use it all the time.
You're making me feel good.
You're welcome anytime. Thank you again for joining us. If you'd like to see more stuff like this, please join us on Painters Guild on Alpha.